28th of 2025. And we're getting straight into it. The Ascendant is back. We have two topics to talk about. One, we have Jesus' impact, and we have why you need to take a bet on yourself. Now, if you didn't watch the last live that I did, which was on the 17th, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. I think so. But yeah, what's good? FSA, what's good? But yeah, we talked about the invisible moments that define who you become. And then, how was your day, bro? My day was great. Thanksgiving was good. We had some good food. What about you, man? How was your Thanksgiving yesterday? And how is your day today? Yeah, so is that clicks on your profile picture? Or no, I don't know. It kind of looks like clicks, but I used to always watch clicks, but I'm not gonna lie. Good, and today was great. You was a big back yesterday. All right, bad. It's clicks. Oh yeah. I figured it was clicks. I was like, yeah, like the hair kind of looks familiar. But yeah, man, it's okay to be a big back, but especially on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Come on, man. The food is delicious, but yeah, I had some good food too. You know, I had the macaroni and cheese, the yams, the collard greens, the chicken, all that, delicious. And I had some pineapple cake. Oh my gosh, bro, pineapple pound cake. That's actually good. That is pretty good. That's pretty good. Not gonna lie, but yeah, chat. We have some more topics. So the first one we're gonna talk about, we're gonna get right into it, and I have this right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. I write down my topics. This is all I have, and I write it down. That sounds good. Yeah, man. Now it was delicious, bro. It was delicious, bro. Trust. Nah, Thanksgiving food's like one of the best forms of food, bro. Yeah. Let's go and get right into it though. First topic, Jesus' impact. If you guys, you said what? Emily Choppa, that's cap. Anyway, we're gonna be talking about Jesus' impact. So I made a video on why Jesus' impact is so influential. And people don't understand why he's influential, but we have to explain that he is so influential that a billion people, and you can look this up because this is verifiable. A billion people downloaded the Bible app. And this man isn't even on the planet anymore. He used to be on the planet, spreading the gospel, spreading it so everyone can be awakened, so that people can stop being asleep. And now he's risen. And not only has he risen, he is still influencing people to this day. Love the hair. Appreciate it. Someone said holy chop. Only you want to actually know what's crazy about the people who say chop? I promise you, and this is actually verifiable too, and it's funny. The only people who say holy chop 9 times out of 10 is the people who don't even have a profile picture of their face. So you're telling me you are too scared to show your face on the internet, but you have the nerve to come on somebody else's chat, or come on multiple else's chat, say, you're chopped. Bro, get out of here with that bull stuff, bro. Like, it's always those people, bro. I don't know what it is with these people nowadays, bro. These people are funny. Can you time them out? If you want to, yeah, time them out. Who cares? And then not only that, his name is Yam Clapper 2504. What kind of name is that? Oh my God. Woo! Yeah, can you? Yeah, you can, man. You can. It's always those people, bro. Holy chopped. Get out of here, man. Anyway, going back to Jesus' impact. His impact, and people don't understand that his impact is so influential. You don't understand the influence this man has. This man has so much influence. This man has so much influence that we still talk about him to this day. You're here. Oh, what's good, Venom? I ain't gonna lie, Venom, bro. Bro, my other mob, which is that FS, bro, he had to ban someone, bro. He's like, he has something like holy top or whatever. Tripping, bro. What does ascendant mean? Ascendant is it's just a mindset, actually. It's a person who decides to ascend from life. So it's a guy, it could be a guy, a woman, whoever, honestly. And it's just, you know, I know a lot of people go through stuff, and I know a lot of people have trauma. So an ascendant is someone who doesn't sit there and complain and still decides to grow, even if it's hard. Because I know a lot of people, they don't want to accept the truth. However, to become an ascendant, to become one of one, you need to rise above all the struggle, and you need to learn from the struggle. Now, I'm not saying that you learning from the struggle will guarantee you being rich. However, I guarantee that if you learn from every single struggle, your life will be better. Guaranteed. 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 Oh yeah. But anyway, you had to ban someone because yeah, bro. And then look, right? Another thing was this, right? The same person don't even got a freaking picture of his face. Like it's always those people, bro. Like it's always those people. Anyway, going back to Jesus's impact. Look at who? Look at Ryan M. Gaming. Oh no, it's fine. You can. He called you Unc, bro. I'm young, man. I'm literally young. But anyway, like I said, bro, going back to Jesus's impact. Yes, Jesus's impact is very, very, very important to talk about, because impact comes from influence, and influence comes from the way you speak, or the way you show stuff, or how you perceive stuff to be. And it comes to certainty and conviction. So when Jesus was saying stuff, he wasn't saying it in a uncertain way. Everything that he said, from the time he was on his path to the time he was on the cross, everything that he said in between, from the beginning to the middle to the end, was all through certainty and conviction. No one in the Bible said that he sounded uncertain. He always sounded certain. It's always people like you worry, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's always the people who have no profile pictures are the ones who actually say it. It makes no sense to me. No sense. It was, yeah. Wait, Kira, did you change your profile picture? I was like, who is that for a second? But I must have changed your profile picture. You didn't change it? You sure? I don't even remember that profile picture, bro. I don't even remember that one. I ain't gonna lie. It's been like that. Oh, for real? Dang. I didn't even notice. That's why. I thought you had like a different one. I don't know. Or it might be a different Kira or something. I don't know. Maybe. But anyway, number 2, we're gonna be talking about why you need to take a bet on yourself. So look, guys, we are in a pivotal moment in 2025 to where, guys, you could literally post a video and reach millions of people. So you telling me we have this opportunity? Our parents didn't have this, our grandparents didn't have this, none of our ancestors have this. We are at a time to where we can literally post a video and go viral. I'm not saying it's guaranteed virality, but we are literally in a generation where it's like you could really change your life from social media. There are millions of people who decide to post, be consistent, be in the trenches, and rise up. Now, not everyone starting content is going to make it there, but the least thing you can do is try. The reason why you need to take a bet on yourself is because life is going to be hard. So if you want to sit here and have fun now and go to college and just more focus on your fun than your career, that is fine. However, When you're outside of college, when you're done with college, it's the real world from now on. You are going to be in the real world. Everybody is. After college, after you're done with elementary, middle, high school, and college, you're in the real world now. There is no more schooling. There is no more none of that. Now it's about, okay, bills, car, what is your career? Are you going to go pursue more education? What is it? What is it going to be? So you need to take a bet on yourself because you want to set yourself up so that you're not stuck at a job if you don't want to be at a job, so that you can take vacations if you want to take vacations, so that you have enough money. And also you need to make sure when you have money that you start saving. Save your money, not all of it. You ain't got to save all of it because you can't realistically for paying rent. But what you want to do is you want to start saving money. You have to save your money. Because it's not, and I've heard this from Dave Ramsey, shout out to him. He said, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So when is this bad thing going to happen? When is it going to be a rainy day? And whenever it happens, you need to be prepared so that you don't have to go in debt. Because even debt is a poor cycle and it keeps you stuck. And you don't want to be stuck. Ugh. Guys, I'm not gonna lie though. I'm at the point where like freeform drizzle as far as my hair, where yeah, I need to look you get a retwist though. It's time, bro. It's time. Venom, yeah, is Venom still here? But yeah, guys, going back to why you need to take a bet on yourself, bro. You know how people take bets on themselves when it comes to winning the lottery because it's so easy. What if you put that same tenacity into starting a YouTube channel or starting a business online? I would say that is more guaranteed than winning the lottery, because I've said this on previous streams. My thing is, if it was more if your probability of winning the lottery was greater than 50%, like you have a 51% chance minimum that you could win the lottery, then why is the lottery so cheap? It doesn't make any sense. Like if you had more of a chance, if you have more of a chance to win the lottery, wouldn't they want to increase the price so that it's like more worth it, more worth the exchange? Like it doesn't make any sense that they make it so cheap. So I mean, it explains why it's cheap, because it's so hard to freaking win 100% if you actually try. Yeah, I mean, not the lottery, but if you're talking about like content creation and stuff, yeah. Obviously, that mindset is good, but if we want to be realistic, obviously it's not 100% chance guaranteed, but the probability is very high. Nah, it's tough because all the enemies like Rome, Pharisees, Sadducees, Pilate, Herod were all against him, and Jesus still won. Yup. Of course, they only made it cheap because they know that you're most likely not going to win. Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. Barry, you're going to change your name on YouTube. So after you do, you're going to join back. All right, bet. Just let me know it's you. That way I know it's you. That way I don't think you're like another viewer or like somebody else. But yeah, and you're right, man. And a lot of people try to attack Jesus as well. Venom, you're absolutely right. A lot of people try to, and the more people wanted to attack Jesus, the more people got intrigued of Jesus, because they're like, I mean, why are you attacking this one man? Like he must have something that most people don't have. I mean, it's his influence, right? I mean, Jesus proved you don't need cars. You don't need any form of wealth. All you need is yourself and your presence and your internal confidence to shape people's worldview. And this is going back to my video of how a million people downloaded the Bible app because of Jesus' influence. The thing is, Jesus doesn't even have to spread his name anymore. We're spreading his name for him. Jesus is like, it's probably just chilling in heaven right now. We're spreading his name. That is influence. When you don't have to spread Your name, you don't have to be the only messenger. Bro, I'm telling you. Now we're spreading his name. If you go on TikTok live right now, I guarantee, scroll about 30 of them. You'll at least see one person talking about God. At least one. And then when he ascended to heaven, that hate shifted to his disciples. Exactly. Because the disciples had to carry the torch of Jesus's worldviews, of his teachings, his discipline, and everything like that. So it is very important that we still spread his name. And even, let's say hypothetically, I didn't say his name. It doesn't matter. There's still going to be people spreading his name. Obviously, I am, but I'm just saying that's how strong his impact is. It's too strong. It doesn't matter how many people on the internet. There could be 1 million people today saying they hate Jesus, and Jesus guaranteed will gain more people on his side. Like, oh my. So I mean, and Jesus has built something so big that doesn't matter if people try to attack it, bro. People are still going to believe in Jesus. Even people in times of crisis with no money, no safety net, nothing, no food, and those people will still believe in Jesus, even in times of crisis. So it proves his impact. The loyalty is strong. The impact is strong. And when you fuse those two together, no wonder why Jesus Christ is so strong and powerful. And this stuff is not new. This stuff was already said millions and millions and millions of years ago. And you would think that stuff wouldn't even matter. It's 2025. And it'll forever be known. Jesus will forever be known. It doesn't matter how many years fly or go by. Oh yeah, but yeah, Venom freaking FS, which is the other moderator. Yeah, he had to ban the other guy, bro. Shaking my head, man. It's always the people with no profile pictures talking the most. Like, bro, show your face, but no. But it's fine. This is why actually. So he called you, so then he banned him. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even tell him to ban him. He just said like, "Candy." I just said, if you want to, yeah, go ahead. Like, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, to me, it honestly doesn't matter, bro. It's always gonna be those people, bro. Like, if you're going to say that and not have a profile picture, then you must be chopped behind the screen. Having animation characters as your freaking profile picture is crazy in 2025, and then to call someone chopped at that is crazy. But yeah, guys, and even going back to the point of why you need to take a bet on yourself, bro. I'm telling you, we are in a time where you guys need to take a bet on yourself, bro. Take a bet on yourself. Just take that chance, bro. Take that leap. Take calculated risks, not dumb risks, calculated. And that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do, guys. All right, but well, I know the stream was kind of short, but I have some other things to do. But we will be live tomorrow. And if you guys want me to be live a little longer, let me know. Because tomorrow, yeah, I'll have way more time, so I could be live longer. Well, if you guys have any other questions, concerns, comments, let me know. You're back? Like what you're speaking? Oh yeah, yeah. Yo, I did change your name to Crazy Monkey 6367. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, Venom. I mean, if it's any questions or anything before I end the live. That's what I'm saying. What do you mean? What's my speaking? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't think I have any questions. All right. You're back. All right, what's good? Yeah, I see you. Crazy underscore monkey 6367. Did it change my name? Yeah. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Why'd you change your name to crazy underscore monkey 6367? Was it because of the girl and in the chat? You were trying to have Riz? Nah, crazy monkey was trying to have Riz, bro. That's what it was. He was, he was, trying to flirt. His favorite animal is a monkey. Your favorite animal is a monkey. Let me see if I have a favorite animal. Actually, I do not have a favorite animal whatsoever. No. Yeah, I don't have a favorite animal. And you like 6'7"? Yeah. Hey guys, if you didn't see the videos about 6'7", basically they were saying that it's linked to some demonic stuff, which it actually is. I mean, you can look at 6'7" from a business perspective or from the negative perspective, and I didn't know the negative perspective until I watched the video. But yeah, 6'7" is some demonic thing. It's some game. So you guys definitely have to be careful when when you're when you're saying this stuff subconsciously, like, because most of you guys saying 6'7" aren't even conscious of what that even means, because it's a trend, and I understand. That's why you have to be careful repeating stuff that you don't have context of, because the 6'7" and the rappers terminology means something of a gang. Like he had a gang called 6'7" gang or something like that. So you guys have to be careful when you guys are saying that. At least know the context of why you're saying it. But most of the kids saying it don't even know why they're saying it. They just hear it so much and they're like 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", So, and there was, and the 6'7" meme got so big. It got so big that teachers started teaching their own kids with the 6'7" terminology. It's crazy. So there's another ascendant coming. Ooh, who's the other ascendant? Oh yeah, I saw that on a podcast. Yup. I saw a video on it on YouTube. I was like, dang, I didn't even know about that until after. So I'm sitting there going, dang, I didn't even know this was demonic. Like, that's crazy. It's the name, a demon that he's calling on. Yeah, I don't know his like religion. I forgot what he said because he has a religion, but it's some evil religion, bro. I'm sitting there saying, oh no, it's some demonic religion. Basically, he has an idol, so he could have like one of those, let's say, like mannequins to where he like prays to, and they do all these casting spells. And yeah, those religions just don't make any sense at all. Like, is it satanic? Yes, yeah, it is. It's definitely satanic. Then like he had his head on the table. He has like black eyes. He had like, I guess, like blood coming out of his mouth. Basically, that's like a satanic scene. Apparently, that's what his god or his mentor told him. Why are people worshiping that loser, bro? Well, it's because of the trend 6'7". Most kids don't even know. Is what I'm saying. Most kids do not even know. But yeah, when I saw the video, I was like, dang, man, what the heck? But yeah, guys, that is what it is. And people will grapple onto that before they grapple onto Jesus, but good thing you never got into that. It was annoying. Yeah, it's annoying. And there's people still repeating it. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying to not say it, but I'm saying if you're gonna at least say something, especially repetitively, like 6'7", like this meme going on right now, you need to be aware of what this means and not subconsciously embed this in your head. Because the more you say it, the more you're gonna think it's familiar. Then the more you think it's familiar, the more it's gonna be ingrained in your head. And the more that it's more ingrained in your head, the more that you're gonna retain it. And the more that you retain it, the more that you're gonna say it. And the more that you say it, the more that you're going to accept it without knowing the context. And the problem is, if you accept it without knowing the context, you could be saying something evil, like most of these kids, and they don't even know. So I'm not judging them, but I'm saying you need to understand what you're saying. Make sure you have context before you just start saying any random thing. Like for example, that what these kids are doing is equivalent to someone going to someone having a China shirt, right? Let's say it has Chinese symbols. Let's say it says FU, right? It says FU. And then that person flies to China and then he gets punched in the face. See, he thought the shirt was cool, but now all the Chinese people, they're sitting there, they're looking at him and they're going, "Oh, he's saying FU." Boom. Just like that. One punch. And he or she might not even recognize why. That's why you have to understand the context. You need to understand what you're even wearing. Because that can mean something in Chinese culture or in Korean culture that you don't understand. So you need to have the context of things so you understand what's going on. Like, don't just wear any clothing. If you don't understand, it'll be better that you understand that before you wear it. Because you don't want to boom and get punched. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, and you never know. And then it's like, you'll be confused, like, dang, why did the Chinese or Korean people punch you? Well, did you know what was on your shirt? You don't know what that means. So you got to be careful. You got to make sure when you're getting something, or if you don't have the full context, that you get that. It's very vital in life. For real, yeah. John chapter 11, verse 25, he is the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in him will live even though they die. Exactly. Very true. Valid example. Yes, valid example. Valid example. That's what I'm saying. People got to watch out, bro, because you never know, bro. Someone like you could interpret the Chinese on your jacket as, oh, that's hard or that's tough. But someone else could interpret that same jacket or that same shirt with them same symbols as disrespect. And they might not come to you and give you a warning. They may slap you in your face. Shoot, they might have a machete. Who knows? People are crazy nowadays. So you have to be careful. You have to know your area. You have to know where you're at. You have to, make sure you're not saying, and make sure even if you're going to another like foreign state or whatever, or if you're going to Korea or Chinese, make sure don't just say random stuff either. In Chinese, you need to understand that, like, what you're saying in Chinese, you need to make sure you understand it, which goes back to context. Make sure you guys and girls have context. I don't want you guys getting caught up in anything, just because you didn't have context. But yeah, going back to the 6-7 thing, yeah, man, it's bad. Especially how that just went viral and it went mainstream, and it's even in the dictionary for 2025. Like, it's insane. It's honestly insane. It's crazy. It is crazy. Oh yeah, just make sure you understand content. And even me, I didn't even know. I mean, I wasn't repeating 6-7, but I didn't even know myself like that. There was a negative side to it until I watched the video, because I wanted to get the context as well. Even though I wasn't repeating it, I wasn't saying it for no reason. I was saying it on a business perspective. But I had to get context. I'm like, dang, like, what's going on? Then I'm hearing all these people saying it, and it's something demonic. It's some satanic, and it's like, oof. Because one thing about it is when a lot of people start saying something, they want to find the original creator who did this. So obviously they're gonna trace back to him, and he's satanic. And then kids seeing that, they may think that's cool because they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the context to understand, like, hey, this is actually bad. Like, I guarantee if you go to what's his name, SK Rilla or Skrilla, something like that, who made that song, no one in the comments, like, there might be very few, or you might not see a lot of comments saying that this is bad for the youth. You might not see that. So when kids are scrolling, they're not going to think it's bad. They might think Satan's pretty cool. And you don't want them adopting that ideology, because once they adopt that ideology, it becomes very hard later to undo all of that programming that kid has done. which is why when your kid is little, you need to monitor what he's doing. Not monitor in the way that is like creepy or like stalking, but in a way that, okay, I need to make sure that you're not getting psyoped by this and psyoped by that, and that you understand what's going on, which is why it's important. Because once they get older, it's a lot harder. This is exactly why, if your kid is young, you need to discipline him now, or discipline him or her now. Because when they get older, it's going to be a lot harder to discipline them. The stuff that parents teach their kids, or the stuff that the kids see when they're young, 9 times out of 10, they take on. They carry that same exact stuff when they're older, when they're 14, 15, 16. And then they carry that into adulthood, which is why, going back to the point, what I was saying, it is very important to teach your kids the lessons that you want to instill in them young, while they're young. Even if they don't fully understand it yet, it's better. Let them know how it is. That way, as they get older and older and older and older, they understand. That's why parents got to be a good example, not for real. But some parents aren't good examples. Sometimes, and it's crazy, but some of these kids, sometimes the environment raises kids. The environment raises more kids than parents, bro. It be the environment. You hear it all the time. They be saying their dad got locked up, their older brother got locked up, their mom's going through something, and without kids having that, you can't really blame them for being something bad in life. I can't sit there and say, "Oh, you're a bad person." They didn't have any family. What the heck was they supposed to do? What was they supposed to do? Yeah, bro. In the Matrix, bro. Telling you, man. From Cape Town, bro. Dang. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, and I know people like Myron Gaines, like, they'll say, "Oh, well, black people, they making up excuses," which some of them do. However, Myron, you didn't really grow up in the hood. Like, you don't really understand how these people had to grow up. Like, of course you came out like that. You didn't grow up in the hood. You didn't grow up around shootings and killings and stabbings and gangbangers. You didn't grow up around that. So you don't really know how it's like for them. But for the people who understand how it's like, and for the people who grew up in environments like that, yeah, of course the environment's going to shape you. You don't have good role models. And then 9 times out of 10, the people in the hood, the gangbangers and stuff, they're not really going to be good role models. But one thing about gangs is like, and people want to feel the need to belong. People want to belong to a team. They don't want to feel by themselves. They want to belong, which is why a lot of people join gangs. It's like a team. It's a team of people. However, they do, some of them do dumb stuff, some of them do bad stuff, and they end up in jail. And many kids, when they're young, they don't understand that this is bad. That's the thing, because they never had a good father figure. Then they never had a good mother to tell them these things. And it's like, and it's like, if you're a parent, what you have to understand is, if you don't control how your kid is being taught, then the other stuff will. The environment will. How old are you? Guess. If you can guess how old I am, first try. Let's see if you can guess. My birthday's about to come up as well, but let's see. 17. Now you was close. I'm 18. Well, I'm 18, about to be 19 in 2 weeks. You was close though. You was close. But yeah, guys, and it's like, you can't blame these people though. You can't. So I can't sit here and be mad at people who are gang banging or who are doing bad stuff, especially when they grow up in low income apartments. Like, I understand, like, bro, there's like, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, bro. Sometimes, like, you don't got food on your plate, and you gotta do something. You can't just sit there, bro. And that's what being at the bottom teach you. It teach you, dang, bro, you can't even sit here, dog. Like, if you sit here and like, no one's coming to save you, no one's coming to feed you, make sure you straight. Ain't nobody doing that. People are rarely checking in on you, and that's just life, bro. That's just life, And a lot of people had to, go through that. A lot of people don't want to be vulnerable. And it's not because they don't want to be vulnerable. It's because they don't trust people. Because sometimes people will use your vulnerability when they're mad, and they'll use it to their advantage. They'll be like for example, if you said, you have this nasty disease, for example, if they get mad at you, they could say, that's why you have that nasty disease. See? Now, how do you think that makes that person feel who has that nasty disease? It makes him feel bad. Now he's sitting there, now he or she's sitting there thinking to themselves, who can they trust? Who can they trust? However, adults need to understand kids more. I feel that a problem with some adults is they don't want to understand kids because they feel like they're so above, or they have more knowledge than kids. Can you at least understand where this kid is coming from? Maybe he or she wouldn't be so mad if you understood that. Instead of trying to, oh no, I'm gonna do this and you're gonna do that and da 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 da. That was my second guess. You was close though for sure. But yeah, some adults need to understand where these kids are coming from. You need to understand. Because sometimes when a child is being bad, sometimes it's not even because they want to be bad or they want to disobey. They just they don't feel heard at home. They don't feel heard. They don't feel understood. There you go. That's the word. Most of these kids don't feel understood. They don't feel heard. So that's why they start doing their own thing. They're like, you don't want to hear. And then when parents go back and forth at them like this, it doesn't solve anything. It doesn't solve anything. And the only time it solves them is if, let's say, the kid's talking, and instead of the mom or dad doing this, talking all the time, they at least be silent. If the kid's being respectful and allowing that kid to express his feelings, and instead of getting mad at him, to understand why he has those feelings in the first place, and then come to a logical conclusion of what you can do to better the child's life. And this is what parents need to start doing so you can understand your child. Now, I'm not saying if he or she's being disrespectful for no reason, you just let that just happen. No, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying if your child has been doing this, try to understand the underlying reason of why he or she is doing this. And then come up with a logical conclusion. That's it. Yeah, misunderstood. It happens sometimes. Exactly. Yes, you must understand what led them to make that decision they made. Exactly. Instead of just instantly just beating them, bro. Because if you instantly beat them every time, it's like they're not going to feel heard. They're not going to feel understood. And actually, the beating, depending on how the kid takes it, might actually worsen that kid's behavior. That's the thing. But yeah, guys, we're going to go ahead and end right here, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We will be live tomorrow. So you guys have your questions ready. And I love y'all, boys and girls, man. Stay safe. Stay blessed, man. And have a good Black Friday. Peace. All right, peace. You thought you were going to stay till 2:25? Nah, bro. I'm going to go ahead and end it right now. All right, guys. Peace.